Hi everyone. So it's a very bright day today. So welcome to Classy Handmade. My name is Shondell. How are you all doing today? So, what's that? Something fell? Yes, something did fell. So here I have my plants, but it's the window and the glare is not doing any. Let me see if I close it. It's going to be better. I think that's better. So hi guys and welcome to Classy Handmade. So it is what day is it today? Today is the 18th of January. So welcome. So today I am going to show you some of the stuff that I've worked on, and I'm putting myself out there. I want to not putting myself out there. I'm already out there on YouTube. But I am challenging myself this year. And you might probably saying, Chanel, you just did a challenge last year to finish your blanket and you didn't. Anyhow, I am working on that. I'm going to show you progress on that also. But I got this calendar. And it's a 2025 calendar. Gnome is where the heart is. But I like gnomes and I like the calendar and stuff. I just like the way it looks. So I've decided I'm going to challenge myself and I'm going to see if I can create a gnome for each month. So this is the January one, and going to challenge myself. I'm not going to show you all of the gnomes in the calendar, but this is the January one, and I'm going to see if I can create a gnome looking like this. I'm not going to use any, I'm just want to create my own pattern. So I'm not using anyone's pattern. I'm just going to create my own pattern and see if it look like this. Okay. And maybe I'll make some of the little decoration around and so on. So here you can see some little cardinals, some acorns and so on. So I am going to challenge myself each month and see what kind of gnome I'm going to come up with. So stay tuned for that. But before we go any further, I want to show you all my finishes before the past week that I've done. So I show you the book, what's in the book. You can check that video out. I probably link it in the description box below. So I went ahead and I made all 7 of my strawberries last night. So I am going to finish up making the leaves. I'm going eat. So I have my 7 strawberries here. And I'm going to make the leaves and the flowers. I think the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make the flowers. Also, I have to make the cap for the strawberries. I did make one. And here I have at the back here, you can see I have some finishes. Sorry, I have, my cow fell over. So I made these 2 cows. I haven't put the pattern. There's an indentation here and there's an extra piece for the lip. I didn't put that on. But I follow most of the pattern. That's one. And I use Om Slim in white and blanket yarn in black, and I think this pink here too is Om Slim, and I embroider the eyes for this one. On this one I used Om Slim yarn. I used a 6mm hook, and I also, this one have some safety eyes. The pattern, I supposed to make an extra piece here for the lips. I didn't do that. So I have my 2 cows here. I have one at the back here that I use the same pattern. I can show you the lips. So this is what is supposed to have that extra part for the mouth. And I use the pattern, the same pattern, and make this island cow, but I forgot the horns. So I have it at the back there so I could put the horns on it. But I made that one a while back. It seems a bit dark. Hold a minute. So I'm back. So I finish my cows, and at the back here also I have my finished doll. And guys, this doll, I need to blush the cheeks face. This doll, I think I did the hair a bit wrong. I think you're only supposed to do 6 of these, but I don't know, I read it pattern wrong. But this, the time I took to make this doll, the hair alone, I could have made probably like 3 of these doll bodies without the hair. I like how the doll is. And this is a pattern from Confetti. I think it's Confetti, yes. I buy the small one and I tried it. I have to make the cookies. This hair was so tedious, making all these strands of hair. And I think I only was supposed to make 3 of the long ones, but I end up with so much. I didn't understand, so I did my own thing and sew it on. So I even leave some hanging. I didn't just sew down all of them. So this is my little confetti doll. This doll is so much, the body of the doll is so easy to work up. The most of the work is on doing the hair of the doll. So I am thinking I am going to make more of this doll, but I'm going to find a way of how I can construct the hair to make it easier for me to, because if I'm doing this for markets, there's no way I could spend the amount of time making this doll to make a profit on it, or to sell at the market, because it takes so much time. People won't want to pay for it. So I have to find a way of how I can do the hair. As I mentioned before, I did make too many strands of this hair, the long part. I think it only supposed to have like 3, and I make like 20 something of them. I don't know. So this is how it is. That's the back of it. So I have it. I love how it came out. I think I love the color combination. I have to blush the face. And all this yarn that I use is all impeccable yarn. Purple, the pink, and the skin tone, and even the light pink. It's all this impeccable yarn here from Michaels. I find the impeccable yarn used to be a little more dense, but now it's like more light. It's not dense like Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. It's like it's full of air. There's no substance to it. You could roll it and it would get so thin. So I think they change it and it just get a little bit more light. It don't have any body to it. Anyhow, I'm not. But I use that all impeccable yarn to make this doll. I will make more of this doll. If you're interested, I think I did link it in the video before. If not, I'll link it in this one here. So let me show you the progress on my blanket. So what are you up to? What are you working on? How is your weekend going so far? So I'm here. I just came back from the road, and I say, you know what? Let me do a video and show my work, progress on my work and so on. And I didn't do much other than make these cows and finish my doll. And I also work a bit on my blanket. And let me show you that. Guys, I made a boo-boo, but I think it's going to work out. I forgot what size hook I was using because I had one hook that I designate to the blanket. And I move it and I couldn't remember. And I just pick up a hook, a 5mm or a 4.5 millimeter, which is supposed to be a 5.5 millimeter hook, and I pick up a 4.5 millimeter hook and just start working on my blanket. So part of it, this part here, let me show you, sorry. I think right here is made with a 4.5 hook, which is supposed to be a 5.5 hook. And I couldn't remember, so I had to go back to the beginning when I start the blanket yards here and say which hook I was using and so on. So anyhow, I finished that part and I'm on to a new pattern part. So I'm using like a green color and some blue to continue on that pattern part. So that's the progress I've made. The last time I showed you, I think I was like right here somewhere. So I did from here to here. Tonight when I'm relaxing, I probably finish off that motif because that pattern. It's not a very big pattern. And then after that, I'm going to move on to, there's a big pattern that I have to work. I think it's like, let me look at it, the pattern, and tell you how much rows of that particular design I have to do on that pattern. So hold a minute, let me get that. I'm looking on my tablet. Yes, so there is, I'll show you exactly. So where, oh boy. So here is it. This is what the pattern is supposed to look like. So when I finish that pattern, I have to go to, this is the biggest part. And that's, let me tell you how many rows of that pattern it will come up to that I have to do. What did I do? I'm not doing a border. I'm just twisting and twisting the yarn. So on that pattern, for that big pattern, I have to do 40 rows of that. So yeah, 40 rows to complete that pattern. So that's going to be a big one. After, sorry. So after this, I have to do one more, and then I got to do another. After this one, I'm going to do one more small design, and then I'm going to go on to that big pattern with 40 rows. So let me show you what I have in mind. So this is what I have in mind for my blanket. I'm going to twist the ends. So I started to twist it because it started to tangle up. This is how it is so right now. And I'm taking like 3-4 strands and twisting it to make this little twisting at the end. So that's my blanket. As I said, I would like to finish it by the end of February because I was supposed to finish it at the end of, I think by, what was I started it in January, so January would make a year. So I'll see, we're into, today's the 18th. I probably could still, if I work on it every day. So I'm hoping, because this part feel a little more dense compared to, I was thinking maybe, you should just loose it out, but I don't want to. Loose it out and just do it over, seeing as you mesh the size up. I don't know. Is there much difference when I fold it like this? I don't think so. So I don't think there's much of a difference. So I went back to my 5.5 hook. Anyhow, this is mine, so I'm not loosening it out. It's gonna stay like that. Yes, guys, so that's what I'm working on. And I started also to make some of the mushroom from the book that I did a look through. So I did 2 caps of the mushroom. I need a gold color, and I'm going to finish it up. This book is very easy to understand. And I'm talking about my newest crochet book, where it's just not a I'm a Groomy book. It's just a crochet flowers and so on nature book. And I'm trying to work some pattern out of that. And when I finish my strawberry pot, I'm going to come back and show you that. So, and also I'm just going to try and see if I can work on the first gnome. So therefore it will be 12 gnomes I have to make, because one for each month. So if you would like to join me, you know, you don't have to make gnomes, but if you have a calendar and you want to use the colors to make something out of the calendar, to make something, if it's a square or whatever, because you could take the colors from the calendar and also make, whether it's a square, amigurumi or something. But I'm going to use this and come up with my own pattern to make a gnome for each month. So stay tuned as I go through my challenge of making a gnome for each month. So I think that's all I have for you today, guys. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and I hope you have a beautiful day. And we're going to celebrate Martin Luther King Day on the Monday. So I'm not working on Monday. I'm home. And so that's it. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And what are you working on? Tell me what you're working on. If you have any CAL going on, what is it about? What you like making? What's your favorite yarn? Let's talk in the comment section, you know. So thank you. Until next time. Remember to be kind, and God bless. Bye-bye.